Sandy, and they're not native, but they're nice. They don't take any work.
It's a tall one. It's a really tall one.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Sandy put it in years and years and years ago before we really got into natives, and it's not worth getting rid of because they really don't crowd stuff out.
No.
Some things work well with natives, and other things you just do too aggressive. Now the Jacob's ladder is starting to show up here. You can see the little blue flowers. And that spreads pretty well by itself. If you give it open like this, they do so much better. You know, they have more energy from the sun, and so they just do so much better. There's the wild blue phlox. And the mustards we don't do anything with. They're just kind of weedy and grow all over the place.
It's not an issue. That mustard's not an issue, huh?
No, it's not. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. It is in the vegetable garden. But
Yeah.
here's the Canada violet. If I get one of these, Canada violet has the purple on the back of the top petals, and it has more than just the basal leaves. Most violets just have the basal leaves. This has a stem with some leaves farther up.
We don't have that one. I've never seen any shoot up like that.
There's common, the common
yard.
blue violet is really common, and that has only basal leaves, and then there's a couple more that are
Do we
like
have
that.
a dogtooth violet?
That's a trout lily, and we have some of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a yellow one back here too, I see.
Oh, that's a downy yellow violet, and we'll probably see more as we go. Downy yellow violet, you know, and it is a little bit downy if you look at the plant. But so Canada and downy yellow violet. Some things we brought in, some things we didn't. I don't think we brought in the violets, but they've done well. The wild blue phlox we did bring in. There weren't any here. So that's something we've spread.
Because there's another phlox that's invasive.
I thought you told me it wasn't a flax.
The Dame's Rocket,
Oh, yeah.
which people mistake for it, but it has 4 petals, and it's a member of the mustard family.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a Jack in the Pulpit. There's a lot more little bigger ones around. We'll see the bigger ones. But the violets are nice. I like the violets because they spread.
They're
And
beautiful.
They cover areas, and they have a lot of flower, and they're no work. No work at all. The bloodroot are done blooming. They don't have any flowers left on them now. But
We have a small bloodroot back home.
yeah,
And
and
a
this
double too. We got
Oh, yeah.
this is the seed pod here. And so in a few weeks that'll be ready for picking. Oh, these are all trillium. These are all trillium leaves.
They're so fabulous. Trillium are so beautiful.
Yeah, this may be the parent here. This is a nodding trillium. It's not open yet, but you can see the flower nods. This big fella here, that's a cow parsnip. They get that big hollow stalk about so tall. Have a white flower.
Similar leaf to the poisonous parsnip that burns your hand, but it's not as elongated and it's not as. This one's more rounded.
We're fortunate. The wild parsnip has a pinnately compound leaf, and we don't have any on any of our interior property. There's some in the ditch. This is a baneberry, and I don't know whether it's a red or a white until it blooms. But,
That's got a real white stalk on it. Powdery looking stalk. Stem.
I'll stick to stuff that's close. There's more stuff off there. Here's the common blue violet that Rick, you may have.
We got that.
Yeah, and it's aggressive. It's an aggressive plant, but I like it when there's a mix of other things. Here's the perfoliate bellwort. You can see the perfoliate, the leaf
Mm-hmm.
has it, and then the bellwort is kind of twisted a little bit, but quite yellow.
It's so cute.
It's a nice plant. But we didn't bring that in. It's just here, so kind of spreads on its own. There's a nice specimen of a blue cohosh. And it doesn't. The flowers don't look like much. The sepals are there, and there's not much for petals. But it has a blue berry in fall, and so that's when it's really most attractive.
Are birds attracted to that one?
I don't think so. I don't see the berries getting eaten until, or disappearing until late, quite late. So I don't think so. You want to step in there? Those are just some pretty nice jacks. You just step right in. This is a jack in the pulpit plant. It's called jack in the pulpit because of it's a member of the arum, and it has that little preacher sitting in the pulpit, the old style pulpit. But and they're a really interesting looking plant, but they spread really easily. So that's one that if somebody wants,
Fill in.
I can see 1, 2, 3 just right here. So
And they are toxic as well, right? To
Yeah.
pets.
yeah. But the
There's
berries,
another one right here.
yeah, the berries, that stalk of bright red berries in fall, it really shows off.
It
then.
does,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, it really shows off then. And some animals do eat it,
Huh.
so they must move it around.
Looks like some rue by your feet.
Yeah, those are early meadow rue, but here's a better plant.
Oh, that's a good one.
This is early meadow rue. It says it's just a feathery little flower, not much for petals.
A little
And again,
chimes dancing on the tip.
it's just shivering
Mm-hmm.
like a mobile.
The rue plants will all have that kind of leaf structure. It seems the big one, the little ones, are just
Sure, yeah,
they're so cute. It's such a pretty plant.
yeah. And we didn't bring in the red elderberry. This is a red elderberry.
Is that aggressive as far as
Well,
sending
it
shoots?
spreads, but it doesn't tend to take over that I've
Okay.
seen. We didn't bring in the pagoda dogwood. This is a pagoda dogwood. There's some better specimens, but you can see the leaf is
Does that one have the redder stems, or is that more of the
This one
hybrids?
has a little bit reddish. The red osier dogwood or red twig dogwood, that has really red.
Is that a
and
native? Is that a
This is a
cultivar?
native, yeah. This
Both
is
of those are?
This is pagoda dogwood.
Okay.
Red twig dogwood is a native, and then also gray dogwood. And
Okay.
We've got gray dogwood here. Gray dogwood's aggressive.
Okay.
The others aren't particularly. I don't know if you want to get a picture of this. This is a good specimen of. Let me get this on the side. This is a good specimen of kidney leaf buttercup, and the kidney leaf is because of the basil leaves.
So
are
those are the
kidney
first
shaped.
ones that show up, the
Yeah.
basil, and then
Yeah.
they stay low, and then the others
Then
come
the
up.
rest of it comes up, but the flower is inconsequential. Here's a fully open one right there. Not much to it.
Not much to it. I zoomed in, so I got
Not
a pretty
much
good
to it.
shot.
And that one we didn't bring in either. It's here. It gets around.
Since we got the fern right there, is that
I don't know
one
which
of
fern
many?
that is. Yeah.
ostrich would have longer leaves?
Yeah. This could be lady fern. It's a little early to tell. And we'll see some patches of ferns later, and they may be in better shape.
I see some trout lily back there too, but I bet we'll see
We'll
bigger
see a
ones.
lot more of that. I think I got a flower actually.
Oh, nice.
Trout lily. Here's a hepatica plant.
Oh, the leaves are so pretty on them.
Pretty good light. Yeah, those are all the new leaves. It keeps its leaves from last year,
Okay.
and there may be underneath here. It may have shed them by now, but it puts up new leaves, and there's a seed head
Yeah.
forming.